Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. Good morning, class. May us always get blessing for our God, Allah Subhanahu wa Taala, and we can through this pandemic so well because this is so terrible for us, exactly for our region, South Borneo. We cannot make a class between student and teacher. So I hope you all get incredible condition to throw my or to follow my lesson right now. So today we are going to learn about relative pronouns. Okay, relative pronouns. Relative pronouns. So at first, let's see this video. Okay, the video, please watching it. Relative pronoun. Okay, we start from who is the person of people. The boy who is wearing the cap is my brother. So this is my brother because the boy is wearing the cap. Which I love the present which you get me. Yeah, present which you get me. So the boy is look happy. Where? About where? Okay, that. This is the book that I want to read. That. This is the book I want to read. There's too many books. And then this is about two children and a man. This is the man that I met yesterday. Okay, by watching the video, I hope you get a little bit understanding about the relative pronoun that we will learn today. Yeah. Okay, as the opening, we see there's two sentences here. Mega is a girl. Mega like ice cream. We can use a relative pronoun to make a sentences above into one sentences. Okay, as we know, this is two sentences. Using the relative pronoun, we can make or we can combine it to be one sentences. How is that? How can be? Okay, let's see this one. Meg or Mega. Meg is a girl who like ice creams. Meg is a girl. Meg like ice cream. So we combine it to be one sentences. We're using relative pronouns. Meg is a girl who like ice creams. Yeah. So relative pronoun is a combined to clause or to phrase two sentences to be one sentences or one clause. Yeah. Okay. A relative pronoun is pronoun that introduces a relative clause. Relative pronoun relate to the word that it modifies or describes. Okay, as I said before, that relative pronoun, this is a pronoun that relate to clause to be one clause or two sentences to be one sentences. We use relative pronouns after a noun to make it clear which person or thing we are talking about. Okay, so we are using relative pronouns is after noun to make it clear. Yeah, who, which, that person or thing we are talking about. So there are five relative pronouns that we are going to focus on: who, whom, whose, which, that. So this the five relative pronouns. So we are going to through the lesson to know the differences between them. Yeah, the differences of the usage between them. Okay, next. Okay. Who is generally only used for people. Okay, the first one we are going to learn about who. Okay, who is generally only used for people. Just remember or memorize that who is you just use is only used for people or person. Yeah, a name of someone, not another thing. Look at the following example. The girl, blah blah blah, won the poster contest is in the grade. Okay, the girl is in the third grade. She won the poster contest, or she won the poster contest. The girl is in the third grade. We can change it. We can turn it. Yeah. Okay. How can be the relative pronoun working to these sentences? Yeah. Okay, let's see the third sentence is the girl who won the poster contest is in the third grade. So we use who to combine the sentences, two sentences. The girl is in third grade is first sentences, and she won the poster contest is the second sentences. So we combine it using relative pronoun. So we are going to use who. The girl who won the poster contest is in the third grade because the girl is human, the girl is a people, the girl is persons. So we are going to use who. Okay, next. And then whom. Maybe there's a little bit who with whom. A little bit differences between them. Yeah. Whom is generally only used for people is also the same. Whom is not used very often. Why? Because whom is more formal than who. Yeah, because formal maybe is so seldom we are using it. Yeah, who and is often omitted when speaking. Okay. Look at the following example. She had 3 children out of blah 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 blah. This is the place for relative pronoun of whom went to Georgia Southern University. Okay, and the original sentence is like this before we put relative pronoun. She had 3 children. All of them went to Georgia Southern University. Okay, this is the original sentences. There are 2 sentences, there are 2 clauses. Okay, then we put the relative pronoun of whom. She had 3 children, all of whom went to Georgia Southern University. Yeah. Okay, you get it? Okay, goes to the next example. We sometimes use whom as the object of a verb or preposition. Okay, this is the difference between who and whom. Yeah, whom is usually get used for object of the verb or prepositional. This is Mrs. Garcia, whom you met at open house. The subject is you because you met Mrs. Garcia. Mrs. Garcia is being object, so we are going to use whom. Okay, this is Mrs. Garcia. This is Mrs. Garcia's sister with whom I talk to over phone. So we are going also talk about the object is Mrs. Garcia. Yeah. When whom is used with a preposition, with the preposition can be at the beginning or end of the clause. Okay, preposition, we are not preposition is of, in, from, the, and etc. I have an aunt in Ireland from whom I get my red hair. I have an aunt in Ireland whom I get my red hair from. So we can use from in front of the relative pronoun or in the end of the sentences. Okay, next. Okay, word section. Okay, this is the question or the quiz of who and whom. Mr. Potter is the teacher. Approximately, can you guess it? Who or whom? Yeah, of course, because Mr. Potter is the subject, is the teacher. It's gonna be who likes the coffee. Yeah. Just imagine this is your father or me. Mr. Ahim is the teacher who likes coffee. Yes, of course, absolutely, I like coffee. Yeah. So we are going to use who. Get practice. Okay, this is a model example. Get practice. Mandy is the girl. Mandy is the girl. So, what is the answer? I play softball. I play softball. This is a subject. So the Mandy is being object. So the answer is whom. Yeah. Okay, Jordan, blah, comma, blah, 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 blah is now 7, just had a birthday. There is another subject. Yeah, there's no I or etc. So we are going to use who. Yeah, Jordan, who is now 7, just had a birthday. Yeah. It's a closing for the who and whom. Ask a friend what Kay like to do, then use that information to write your own sentences with who or whom. Example, Rachel is my friend. She likes to ice skate. Rachel is my friend who likes to ice skate. Yeah. Okay, got to the next relative pronoun is who and whose. Okay, so we're going to talk about the differences between who and whose. Yeah, whose. Okay, Josh is a boy who loves to paint. He likes to stay inside when it's raining to draw and paint all day long. So it's a boy. Josh is a person, a people, or a human. So we're going to use who, because Josh is a subject also. There's another subject. Okay. Okay, the same. Okay, I've told you about this one in the previous video, in the previous minute. So we're going to talk about whose. Whose is the only relative pronoun to show possession or ownership. So whose is express relative pronoun, yeah, to express possession or ownership. Ownership. For example, I have something. Yeah, possessions. Look at the following example. The man whose briefcase is on the seat left in hurry. The man whose briefcase is on the seat left in hurry. So the man that have briefcase is on the seat left in a hurry. So the man is having briefcase. The man has a briefcase. Yeah, that is on the seat left in hurry. So whose it mean someone have. Yeah, something have. People have. Yeah. The woman whose hair was in a maze in the restroom. The woman whose hair was in a maze in the restroom. Okay, so the woman that has maze hair is in the restroom. Okay, maybe this is what session. Students. Okay, what is the answer for the model? Student blah 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 parents are here get a homework fast. Who are whose? That's it. It's whose. Okay. Get a phrase. Lance and Davian are the boy who blah 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 went to the office or for fries. Is who or whose? Exactly, is who. Yeah, because this is a subject, is the people, the boys. There is no something that to be a possessive or ownership. Yeah, we went. Okay, the police are looking for the car. The car owner and the stop sign and cause the craze is whose? Yeah. Okay, the police are looking for the car whose owner ran the stop sign and caused the craze. Okay, final mistake activity. You are a teacher, you are checking behind new student teacher who has just taken a recent quiz. Is the student teacher correct? First one, the man who has on the sunglasses is my father. That's correct or not? Okay. And the second one, the boy whose phone just rang is my brother. The woman who has on the red scarf is my brother, is my mother. Which one the wrong sentences? Which one is get a mistake? Okay, that's the third one. The third one, the woman who has on the red scarf is my mother. Okay, as we know, the woman blah 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 has on the red scarf is my mother. It talk about the woman. It's describe about the subject. So it's describe about the people, person. So we are going to use who. We cannot put a host here because there's no something that woman possess or woman owner. The woman own. Yeah. The boy for the second one, the boy whose phone just rang is my brother. The boy whose phone just rang is my brother. Yeah, because there's a phone here. So we're going to use whose. Okay, let's move to the relative pronoun lesson 3. That who and which. So we're going to learn about the differences between 3 of them also. Okay, let's review. What are relative pronouns? How many can you name? Yes. Relative pronoun is a pronoun that relate to sentences or to clause, being one sentence is one clause. It's combined to sentences or to clause. Yeah. How many can you name? Yes, there are 5. Relative pronoun is who, whom, whose, which, and that. Okay, I say again, relative pronoun is a pronoun that introduces a relative clause. Relative pronoun related to the word that is modified describes. We use the relative pronoun after the noun to make it clear which person or thing we are talking about. There are 5 relative pronouns: who, whom, whose, which, and that. Okay, so we are going to learn about which ones. Yeah. Which tells more about things. So it's the opposite of who. Yeah. So which is talk about things. It's the animal, the things, the table, the phone, the chair, the fan, the laptop. Yeah, the building, and also the stones, yeah, the paper, newspaper, the television, etc. That's the thing. So which tell more about the things. So in here, which is suitable with the things. So that's the point that you have to know, that you remember, that you have to memorize. Which is tell more about things. It's used when the clause add an necessary or non-essential to the sentence's understanding. Notice the comma before the word which. Yeah, which. Yeah, which. That. Notice the comma before the word which. So after before which we put a comma like this one. Jacob went to the movies, which start at the clock. So which is talk about the movies. Yeah, it's describe about the movies. Describe about the movies. Yeah. So which is talk about things. It's include the movies. Yeah. The bioscope also. The theater. Okay. Tia ate a chocolate covered donut. Donut, which is full of sugar. So which is refers to donut. Donut is full of sugar. Yeah. So which is described about thing. It's not about the subject thing. For example, okay, I have the mask, comma, which is black color. So it talk about the mask, which is the black color. So I'll talk about the mouse. The mouse is black color. So elastic also, which is so elastic. Okay. So we just talk about things. Yeah. And then we move to that. Tell us about people or things. So this is the flexible one. That is so flexible because it can be used for people or things. Yeah. So if you want to set mode or set the relative pronouns, is just use that. Yeah, because it can be used on the people or on the thing. It is used when the clause added is necessary. When is the clause added is necessary or essential to the sentences. Since the clause is essential, the comma is necessary. Okay, because the clause is essential, so important, maybe there's no comma that's necessary. We don't have to put a comma before that. Yeah, the pants that to be wore are to serve. So the pants, the pants that to be wore are to serve. Lira cannot eat food that contain too much sugar. Maybe, like I said before, it's donuts that full of sugar, so Lira cannot eat it. Yeah, that is expression the thing, that is express the people, that express the people, that express the thing. So this is the flexible one. Yeah, so you can use for the people or the thing. Okay. Move. Okay, so we got a work section. This is gonna be your assignments. Yeah, it's gonna be your assignments. Just answer it and send me by WhatsApp. Send me by WhatsApp and the private message. Yeah, private message. The woman blah 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 interview is my boss. She is wearing the kind of dress blah 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 blah. My mother would prove of, and the coach blah 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 is by the wall needs repairing. So which is the answers? Just answer it. Yeah, this is your, oh my god, this is a model. Yeah, just two. Yeah, the guided parts, this is your assignment. So this one. Yeah. Okay, relative pronouns, lesson 4, home, who's, that, thing. Okay, race dog, which is a poodle, has a cute pink bow in its hair. Because race dog is a thing, so we're going to use which. Yeah, because there is a comma. If there is a comma, we can use that. Yeah, because there is a comma, we use which. If there is no comma, we can use that. Yeah. The police caught the thief who had been robbing house in the neighborhood. Yeah. The police caught the thief who had been robbing house in the neighborhood. Yeah. This is Mrs. Carswell, whom you meet. Okay, Carswell, comma, whom you meet. This is the difference between who also. A comma. If you see a comma and it's talk about some people or persons, if you see a comma and then you have to use whom. You meet last night at the Christmas party. Okay, and then you usually complete each problem. So it's gonna be that, because there's a comma or an. Yeah, it's problem is thing. Usually complete each problem that the teacher asked. Okay, hope. Okay, maybe that's all of my lesson. Yeah, I repeat again, the relative pronoun is a pronoun that introduces a relative clause. Relative pronoun related to the word that it modifies or describes. We use relative pronoun after a noun to make it clear which is a person or thing we are talking about. There are 5 relative pronouns that we are going to focus on: who, whom, which, and that. So who is used for people, whom is used for people also, but especially for object. And the difference between of them is who doesn't need a comma, and whom need a comma before the whom. Whose, also for the position or the ownership. So if you see the sentences or the clause that it states the position or the ownership of something, that's happening of something, you can use whose, which is for the things. The function is still same of the who, but which is special for things. Yeah. Okay, and that is flexible one. Yeah, that is flexible one. Okay, which also, if you in using which, you have to put a comma before which. So if you see the questions, there is a comma and they talk about the things, you have to use which, and that is flexible one. So that is not a comma because it is essential sentences. Yeah, so important in sentences. So that's all of my lessons. Maybe there's too much that I'll talk about. Maybe you got spinning around in your head. There's many questions because we learn about this relative pronoun by using YouTube or video. Yeah, I'm so sorry I cannot provide you more explanation or more example about this relative pronoun. So if you don't understand, please repeat once again and see the video again. If you doesn't get any understanding yet after seeing the second time, you can just ask me. So that's all of my lesson today. I have to dismiss our meeting today. And if I made a mistake, if I make a wrong explanation, if I doesn't correct, please correct me. If you have a question, just talk in WhatsApp or e-learning. So last I say, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Keep your health and have got 5 for the next tomorrow. Assalamualaikum.